In today's Pravachan, I will speak about the dangers of attachment, especially to money, and how it silently weakens our faith in God. Wealth can deceive us, cause division, and fill our hearts with pride. But saints have shown us by example how to live simply, detached from possessions, and rooted only in devotion to God. Today, to reflect on this teaching, let us remember the inspiring life of Sant Sena Maharaj, whose devotion to Lord Vitthal teaches us the real meaning of surrender and detachment. Lust and greed for money are both harmful to spiritual life. But if I am asked to name the one more harmful of the two, I would unhesitatingly say money, because it greatly weakens faith in God. Whatever money God has given us, can we honestly say we really merit it? Therefore, do not unnecessarily wrangle with a beggar in giving him alms, for it amounts only to an attempt to evade giving him anything. A man may renounce all his possessions but not his self, his ego. Actually, it does not matter even if he retains the possessions, provided he really surrenders his self. But the converse is not true. In other words, all giving is in vain if there is a feeling I donate. The main thing is to divest oneself of the very concept of ownership, doership, or attachment. It is this that gives pure happiness. If we try to raise the superstructure of happiness on the shaky, insecure foundation of the frail mortal body, how can we hope for success? I call this body mine, but am unable to prevent it from getting fever or suffering an injury. I say, I am perfectly able to look after myself. But if I stumble and fall, I have to be carried home by others. That shows the hollowness of my boast of independence. How can any work done egoistically achieve success, no matter how hard the body toils for it? Achievement will only come if God wills it. Samartha Ramadas first annihilated all egoism and worked only as directed by God, and that is why he succeeded. Only that will achieve success which is done by one dedicated to God, and only he gets real contentment. How can one entertain conceit of wealth when we see even princes reduced to poverty? Wealth gives rise to feuds even between close relatives and friends. So I exhort you to steer clear of attachment for money. An easy way to achieve such detachment is to remain in company with the godly. We doubt the existence of saints in today's world, but we fail to find saintliness anywhere because we do not sincerely long for it. People approach saints in the hope of betterment in worldly affairs, but how many really approach him for the purpose of dedicating themselves to him? Sant Sena Maharaj was a humble barber living in the town of Bandhavgarh. Though he performed a worldly occupation, his heart belonged solely to Lord Vitthal. Sena lived by a simple principle. My hands serve, but my mind is always at the Lord's feet. He never viewed his work as mere livelihood or a means to earn money. Instead, he saw it as a seva, an offering to God. Once the king summoned Sena Maharaj to the court for grooming. But at that very hour, Sena was deeply engrossed in singing kirtans and worshipping Lord Vitthal. Unwilling to break his devotion for worldly duties, he decided not to attend the king's call. Fearlessly, he chose God over worldly authority. Miraculously, Lord Vitthal himself took Sena's form, went to the king, and served him. The king was pleased and praised Sena's humble nature and service. Later, when the truth was revealed, that it was none other than the Lord himself who had come in Sena's place, the king was overwhelmed. He sought Sena's blessings and became his devotee. This divine event teaches us, when one abandons attachment to wealth, status and ego, and surrenders everything to God, the Lord himself steps in to protect and uplift such a soul. Just as Sena Maharaj valued bhakti over material gain, Maharaj in today's Pravachan urges us to renounce our blind clinging to money and place our faith fully in God's hands. Sant Sena Maharaj's life shines as a living example of Maharaj's teachings today. He showed us that when we work not for wealth but for God's pleasure, we rise above the cycle of greed, fear, and sorrow. May we too, like Sena Maharaj, free ourselves from the tight grip of money and pride, and live with hands working in the world, but hearts surrendered to the Lord. True contentment lies not in what we possess, but in who we belong to, and we belong to God.